Welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 2015 with the Rude Man, and we're back on Manchester. I got all the fields fertilized um, and seeded, and put all the equipment away. Everything's done. It's about 8 o'clock at night on game time, and that's another thing with the soil management. I'm going to have to determine what time to set, because I had it on just 1. If you look at the clock up there, it says 15 now. That's the speed of that time is going. I had it on 1. I did all the fields. I did all the fertilizing. I did I emptied all the silage silos. I filled all the mixing stations. What else did I do? Yeah, I emptied the silo bins and put the crop over there. I fertilized. I did everything, and only like an hour in game time had went by. So there's got to be a setting. I'm trying 15 to see how that works, so that as your day's going, your day is going. So right now, though, I did manage to get this thing fairly full. I just left the rig on there for now because, well, if he's standing on the ramp, he has a hard time dropping that last bale. So we got about half of them on there, I guess. And let's go ahead, jump in the truck, and start it up. Alright, and then we need to lock the load, and we need to close the ramp. I always like that mechanic. I like to watch it. Okay, so we're going to close the ramp. I hope it doesn't interfere with that thing. No. Is it? Nope, it doesn't. Okay, so the load is locked. The stand is up, so we're all ready to go. Except for I don't know where to sell the wool. And let's look at the map. Oh, by the way, the slaughterhouse now has a sale going. Mixing plant 2 is full. Yeah, the slaughterhouse now has a high demand for pigs. After I just sold the pigs in the last episode. There's also a high demand for oats, but I don't have any oats. So there, that is. So, oh, I was looking for the wool. Where do you sell the wool? See a wool thing anywhere? Let's see. Way up there. Way up there. Way up north, it looks like. So let's head north. I want to go through the ditch. I am guessing that my wool is riding correctly. Should be. It's locked in there. That should be. So, yeah, at midnight, stuff happens. And I'll show you what else I did. I bought some new equipment. Or a piece of new equipment. 2 pieces, actually. And I'll show you what that's all about in a second here. When we get back to the farm. So yeah, I did quite a bit of work. Give me a couple hours of farm time to get everything done. And I have no idea if I'm doing it correctly or not. I'll find out. That's part of the fun. I had somebody mention that to me, as I said in the last episode. And I kind of like to blunder through things. That's the way I learn how to do things. And, there's one thing about reading, which is always good to have information. Information's always good. There's another about actually doing it. I like to do things. Alright, so let's see if I'm going in the right direction here. Kinda, sorta. Well, see, for one thing, I don't have a lot of time. I play a lot of games, I tape a lot of games, and that takes a lot of time. So, you know, I just kind of want to play the game. I don't want to sit and go to a web page and study it all day, which is probably what you should do, I suppose. I kind of figure there's enough people out there doing tutorials and that are really good at the game that I don't have to be. All right, is that where the wool gets sold? It is, but how do I just back into that thing? I guess so. It'll give me a lot of room. Okay, I'm gonna back up here. Try not to hit anything. Oh, of which I did. Did I hit that pole? Sure did. Trailer's a little bit longer than I thought it was. Oh, geez, that was quick. Only hit the corner of that thing. All right, I can't see the back. Let's straighten it out. Don't sell my tractor. Just sell the wool. Well, there we go. We sold the wool. $2,422 per bale, it looks like. Not too bad. Lights for safety. Does this thing have beacons? It does. Must have running lights. Okay, well, let's head back to the farm. Past the construction here. They're putting a new building in Manchester. Wave hi to the girls. I don't know if that's strictly dancing girls or whether they have massage girls or what do they do in there. I don't know. My farm wife won't let me go in. That's 2200. 2400 is witching hour. And we get to see what happens. Alright, so let's put on that. We're gonna open the ramp and going to unlock the load so that I can get my little man out of there. I guess this thing works pretty good. I don't know what all it does. It goes up and down, I know that. Okay, it goes up and down. Does it do anything else? Does it do... Okay, so it doesn't... Whoops. It doesn't go in and out or anything like that. It just goes up and down and this kind of thing. That's okay. It doesn't go left or right or anything like that. But we don't need it to. It's doing what it needs to do. And let's just down. Whoop, missed pallet. it up a little higher. Yeah, in the last episode, I had a little bit of trouble getting this stuff off of the pallet of the loader. And I don't know, when I came back on, it came right off. I don't know what the deal is. So here, I'm kind of dropping it forward a little. I have to get it up to the front there, drop it down, and put this at an angle, and it slides out. If I lower the front end of the pallet fork down, it seems to slide off. So whoa, this thing turns really fast. Boy, those sheep are really making the wool. When I left to sell this wool, that thing only had 2 bales on it. Now it's got 4. Alright, I think I'm only going to get these last 2 bales, and then I'll let it produce more. I don't want to take the partial pallet. Uh-oh, stuck. Whoa, don't drive off the edge. Alright, let me get that last pallet and then show you what I bought. Does it got lights? Of course it does. Whoa, what was that all about? That thing that heavy? Must be compact wool. Those headlights are powerful too. They shine right through the pallet. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, I'm going to shut this thing off to the truck. Let's lock the load and close the ramp. And then let me show you what I bought over here. It's getting dark. I'm going to turn my flashlight on. I bought a spray rig for the tractor, and I also bought a an extra tank for the front. So it's kind of cool. Let me show you. Now what you do is you come over to the tanks right here. Now this is liquid. This is liquid stuff. You come to the tank and you fill it up, which you're going to do, and it's full. And then if you hit the O button, if you look down in the right hand corner there, lower right hand corner, it says PK, a bag. Okay, then it, whoops, hit the wrong key. Then it goes to N, A, which is a herbicide, I think, or fertilizer. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna have to read up on my manual. There's A, B, and C. Then there's double A, double B, double C. Then there's, I think that's lime, but I'm not sure. Then there's water, so you can water the plants. Then you have the herbicide, and you're back to fertilizers. So I got to find out what those things are. I do know that it said you have to be careful, because if you put A on, I think, wheat, it'll wither your crops. They'll die. So you have to be careful what you put on there. But I wanted to do water, because I wanted to learn how to do water, because it says you can water the fields. And so that's why I kind of bought this to do the liquid stuff. So there you go. Let's jump out of this. Put the flashlight on. Alright, it's coming on to midnight. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if anything's going to happen that you can actually see. If you look at the soil pH is 6.8, and that's neutral. That's where you want to be. 57% on the moisture. 2% on, well, now it's 3, 4. Now we've got weeds. Alright, it's getting ready. There it went. Soil mod, 6%, 8%, 9%. Way up in the right-hand corner, see it says soil mod, and it's counting up. So the mod must be working, reconfiguring. Whoa. 62%. I have no idea what it's counting up to. The weeds are up to 14%. Soil moisture is down to 40%. Alright, 100%, but it left, I don't know what that one up there means, unless it's the first phase, something like that, I don't know. As you walk through the field, it's supposed to change. See, the moisture's changing, and the weed infestation is changing. Nutrients pretty much staying the same, it looks like. But let's take a look at this. Okay, so soil pH is green. Now the moisture, I can't tell if that's purple. You know, originally it looked like purple to me, but it might just be blue. That's the water. There's your nutrients. And I don't know. Let's go find some weeds. I guess it stops at that. So we're weed of 21% there. And I don't think it does, yeah, the weeds. So, interesting. Okay, well, we're going to kind of, I don't want to do anything in Dark 100. So I'm going to go and spend the night in the farmhouse. And when we get up in the morning, we'll do some more farming. All right, I am back. It's about 5:45 in the a.m. And let's take a look at what it looks like in the daylight. Now we can see the weeds growing. Okay, so I did a little bit of research while I was waiting for the morning to come. And it looks like what you want is if you look at the soil moisture, 57% is what you want for the maximum yield in soil moisture, 57%. If you go above 57%, then your yields drop down. So you can have too much moisture or not enough moisture. The nutrient N needs to be, for the maximum, about 5. Nutrient pK for the maximum yield needs to be about 4. The weed infestation, if we were looking at that herbicide, was there's A, B, and C. Now we're growing wheat here, so we wouldn't use A. If we use A, it's going to kill my crops. But I can use B or C on the herbicide. I think that's what it is. Yeah, herbicides. Okay, so we have A, B, and C. Now the difference in that A, B, and C, if you remember, there was double A, double B, and double C. The difference is they're more potent. So if you use the, let's take a look here. Okay, so if we use A, B, or C, it'll take several days for the weeds to die. Now, after you spray, that doesn't mean that new weeds can't come up during that period of time. If you use the double A, B, and C, it's more potent. So, let's see, A, B, and C. Yeah. All right. And then it gives you all kinds of stuff. I think that one in the upper corner, that's the first phase, or let's see. That's number one in the growth cycle. So it's, as it cycles through, different things happen. So that being said, let's take a look at our fields. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, wait a minute. Let's change this to, let's change it to water for now. I want to go through the fields and take a look at what they look like. So let's just drive this thing through. All right. Oh, wow. See, the water's anywhere from 39 to 40 to 50. We've got weeds cropping up everywhere. And again, the weeds are random because the thought is that they would be spread by the wind. So they're not just going to, you know, grow like they were planted, if you will. Yeah, so we've got the moistures down a little bit, so we need to get some moisture on there. But here's the other thing: if you spray herbicide on there, it's liquid too. So the herbicide should also raise the water level. So I don't want to water it and then come along with herbicide. And the nutrients are a little high on N, but a little low on PK. So, and again, I don't know what the cycles are. How often should I do something to the crops? I'm not sure. There's probably a way to overdo them. And if things change at midnight, how many cycles are there? I don't know. There could be upwards of 7 cycles in what I'm reading here. So I'm not really sure. All right, so maybe I don't want to water it just yet. Maybe I want to do some kind of PK maybe, because it's kind of low. All right, let's see. Let's go to, and I don't want to do NPK because I'm already high on N. So let's just do PK and see what happens. I'll start on this field here, just because it's closest to the farm, easy to get to, that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's see. Let's spread our wings here. Now the nutrients are back to 5. Now it's up to 6. Wow, this is going to be strange. Alright, I don't want to hook that fence with my equipment. Oh, and I already have. Okay. Let us lower the sprayer. And let's hire a worker and see what happens here. That's kind of weird. Did it lower the moisture level? Huh. Now remember, things aren't going to change until after midnight with the next cycle. I'm assuming, because it said everything changes at midnight. And the weeds don't go away right away. It takes several days. But I haven't put herbicide on yet. I'm doing the other stuff. So let's take a look at what that looks like now. pH level 6.8, still good. 42. Now see, it's turning kind of from yellowish to a greenish on that. It's supposed to be 5. This is supposed to be 4. So we'll take a look and see what happens. I wonder if I should probably buy another spray rig. I probably should. They're pretty cheap. Let's buy one of those and one of those. And then let's find another tractor. Oh. That guy's ready to rotate. Because we've got a lot of fields to work. I'm looking for probably... Is that one of the golf cart ones, or is that a bigger one? Yeah, that's probably what I need right there. And that's pretty much the only one I've got. So let's get that one out. I knew I should have backed these things in. Great demand for beef. I just sold beef and pigs, and now there's great demands all over the place. Yeah. And that's about the way it is. Okay, let's go pick up our equipment. Also, we're going to have to drop the weight, because I'm going to be getting... I probably should have put that in the garage. It's going to be in the way. I'll get it later. I always say that, don't I? Okay, now here's the thing. I started at 5:30 and it's 8:14 now. I wonder if I've got time going too fast. So let me drop that down to 5. I don't want my whole day getting away from me when I've got so much work to do and I haven't even started one field yet. And again, as with the other fertilizer sprayers, spreaders, so I have 2. They spread pretty wide. So I don't know if I need 100 of these things. A couple of them should do. We'll see how long it takes. Head back to the farm. Beacon's on for safety. Boy, those weeds really show up, don't they? So we'll see how wheat goes. I want to try something different. I want to try some oats or something. What can we do on this farm? Let's see. Whoops. Yeah, we can do oats, soybeans. You can grow wood chips. Canola. Yeah, I want to try maybe oats. Oats. I want to try some oats. Yeah. Oats are good for you. I just love oatmeal. Yeah, I left that weight right in the way. Okay, so let's do this. Let's fill this thing up. And let's fill the front tank up first. I'm just curious. I don't think it matters. I don't even know if I need the front, but I figured, why not? Let's go check on our other rig. Uh-oh. Where do I have it? There it is. Okay, what category is he under? He's under category 5. Put him on 6. Alright, let's go back to the other one. Alright, he's full, although he needs some fuel. Do I have a fuel tank? I do over here. Check, see how the other guy's doing. Okay. He's kind of low on fuel too. Yeah, now when it comes to the herbicide, I'm wondering if I should use the double strength or not. I don't know. I might just start off by using the A and not the AA. Although this is wheat, I'm not supposed to use A. So I could use the B or the C or the BB or the CC. When weed plants have been affected by herbicide, they will wither and die some days after. However, by then, new weed plants may have appeared close by, except if it was sprayed with the double effect herbicide AA, BB, or CC, which will prevent weed propagation and germination for up to 3 extra days. Now, what's going to be important to know in that case is how many cycles am I looking at? If every day is a cycle, how many cycles do I have to, think about? Do I wait till the next cycle? Is there 5 cycles? 3 cycles? Is there, how many? I don't know. Does it matter which crop you're doing? Like maybe wheat is only 3 cycles and oats are 4 cycles. I don't know. These are all things that I'm going to have to just find out. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this field right here. And I'm not quite sure if I need to do course play routes for this or just hire workers. Would course play routes work better? I don't know. I think for this cycle I'm just going to hire a worker. Okay, now wait a minute. My N is already too high. I don't want NPK. I just noticed in the right-hand lower corner that I've got NPK selected. I think I just want to do the PK because I want the N to be down to 5 and it's already up to 6. So let me change that to PK. Lower that and hire a worker. And let's go. You know what? These things do have quite the spread on them, but they work pretty damn slow. I may have to buy a third one, but maybe not. It may just take an all day to do it. What do you think? Uh-oh. Is he getting stuck on something? Maybe I've got it lowered too low. Alright, he's gonna have a little bit of trouble there on the end. Well, all in all, it's interesting, and it makes farming a little more complicated and a little more challenging, and that's good. That's fun. Wow, I'm going through. A good thing I bought that extra tank because I'm really going through this stuff. I'm down to 13% already. I don't know if I'm going to make it to the end of the field. I don't think I am. Which may be a reason not to hire a worker, because he's not going to stop just because it's empty. I don't think. They usually don't. By golly, it might make it to the end. Oh my, perfect. I have that one strip to do, but other than that. You know, since these fields are not completely flat, I shouldn't probably lower that boom, because I think it was catching on the ground. Let's go check on the other guy, see how he's doing. He's got 77%. Is this field smaller than that one? Yeah, let me stop this guy and lift this thing up, because with that, that might be the best thing to do. If it was completely flat, I don't think it'd be a problem. All those weeds are growing in a straight line there. That's weird. Must be the wind blow that way. Okay, switch to the other tank. And what? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Why is that? Why does that have water in it? That front one has water in it. I don't know. I might have to do something about that. Let me finish this row. I wonder if I had water in the front tank. That's confusing. I don't know. Because I'm only getting 64%. Oh, shoot. It's doing NPK. Crap. I thought for sure I changed it to just PK. Drop that front tank for now. Alright. I don't know what happened. I thought I had it selected on just PK. But I was messing around with that water too, so maybe that's an issue. Uh-oh. I wonder if this is going to double on the right, because I only need that little strip on the left. Oh, too much, too much, too much. All right, we're down to 54% here. I think I'm going to wait one more cycle or so before I put the herbicide on. Don't know how long it's going to last. All right. Hold it back up. Run over to the next field. It's 9:30 in the morning, so I'll have to play with time and see how much I can get done in like an 8, 9, 10-hour day, and tell whether I put it on 5 or 15 or. How the other guy's doing. Yeah, they're a little bit slow. I may have to get a third one, because that field number 1's going to take forever. I may have to. But I don't know if I have. I don't know how heavy that is. Do I need the bigger tractor? Because that other one that I'm using is small. I don't know if these will work or not. I may have to try one. What's the weather supposed to be like? Because it seems a little foggy. It is. It's overcast. I didn't look at that. But at least it doesn't look like it's going to rain. Well, it does actually look like it's going to rain. You know what you need? You need a little icon on the desktop that shows you what the weather is, like a lightning bolt if it's going to be a thunderstorm, a raindrop if it's going to rain, a cloud if it's going to be cloudy, wispy stuff if it's going to be fog. A scoop of ice cream with cherry on top in case it says Sunday. Look at those mountains. You know, it looks like a nice summer day until you look at those mountains and you think, oh. But then you got to remember, this is Canada. They're up north. And it does get cold up there. I wonder how many weeds are going to be in those fields that I don't own. By the time I buy them, I'm going to have to run in there with an herbicide. All right, let's purchase one more that and one more that. See him drop right out of the sky. Man, they must have delivered them by airmail. Yeah, we're over the target. Parachute them in. Oh, shoot. Oh, did I have... Oh, I did. I had weights on. Alright, let's just drop those right there. Now, this tractor's going to be a little overkill, but I don't have the money to buy a new tractor right now. This will work. Grab a little fuel over here. And check to see what progress we're looking at. He's down to 8%. Maybe I will stop him here so that I don't have to run out and try to find how far he got. Alright, let's put him up in wherever the rest of them were. Six. All right, we're off to see the wizard. Man, I just spent $249 on fuel. Okay, so let's flip to the front and see. The front doesn't do anything. Flip to the back, and what's going on? Why isn't it showing? Oh, I have to fill. I have to, never mind. Let me flip to the front and we'll fill it. Okay. And then let's flip to the back and fill it again. In the meantime, let's go check. He's all buttoned up and ready to come back in for more. 10 o'clock already. full. But we don't want that. We want PK. Alright, let's get him. Okay, I think there might be a problem with that front tank. I'm thinking that whatever I choose, like I've got NPK. Okay, in the back I can change that to PK, but in the front I don't think I can. Because if I go to the front, oh, there it goes. It did let me change. Okay. Wow. So they're set separately. Okay, I have to remember that. They're set separately. Okay, where did I leave off? Right here? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this to the end. Over here. So that, because I've got trees to contend with up here. And rocks and everything else. So let's start from this one. And work our way to the middle. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, that's the issue here, too, I think. I must have hit a tree. How much did... I think he pretty much got... Oh, he's 0. He's empty. Alright. Let's go get our other tank. How that tank works. Okay, I didn't have my timer going and I went way over, so I'm going to end the episode here, and when we come back I'll continue on with this and we'll get into the next cycle. Hope you had fun, and give me a like if you did, share it with a friend, and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next episode.